Hey guys, it's Danielle and welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, so this week instead of just doing a regular vlog, I'm doing a what I eat in a week, and this is pretty realistic for me as a 24-year-old who I don't really cook very well, so everything is pretty easy to make and pretty somewhat basic, but it works for me. I try and eat fairly healthy, but I feel like everybody kind of has a different definition of what that is, but I just try to focus mainly on protein, and obviously I don't eat the exact same thing every single week, so this is just what I ate this particular week. I hope it just maybe inspires you, gives you some meal ideas. I thought it would just be interesting to kind of change up what kind of video I'm making. Obviously, eat what's right for you. This is what works for me, so just eat what works for you. On Monday for breakfast, I started with some Kodiak waffles, and I like these because they have like 12 grams of protein, so I like to get some protein in first thing in the morning if I can. And then I'm just cutting up an apple to eat throughout the day probably. I prefer red apples, so this is a red apple. And then I'm going to eat probably about a fourth of this red apple with my breakfast, and I kind of like to just snack on those apples throughout the day. And I use a sugar-free syrup. I'm also fine with regular syrup. I just think if I can get in a little bit less sugar, less calories, I will. To me, it doesn't taste all that different from regular syrup, so I just go with that. And then I also ate that with my iced coffee. Then for lunch, I'm putting some sourdough into the toaster. This is a San Francisco style sourdough, which is my favorite, and I like it because it just has so few ingredients. I feel like it doesn't hurt my stomach at all. And then I have that with some honey chipotle sauce, which is also discontinued now, but and then some pepper jack slices, deli chicken breast, and some pickle chips. I only like pickles like from these bags, like these kind of pickle chips. I don't like, regular pickles. Anyway. And then I have some baby carrots and some more of those apple slices. So I just toast my bread and then stack the rest on cold, and that was my lunch. And I eat this probably all of the time. Like, I have this sandwich so often. It's one of my favorite go-to meals. Then for dinner, I just cooked up some chicken breast in the toaster oven, and then I put some broccoli in there with it. And on my broccoli, I put salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and I think it's so good with that. Then I'm gonna have some barbecue sauce on my chicken. So this is, I think it's called Kinder's barbecue sauce. Then with it, I'm gonna have a Sprite Zero, and I always buy my sodas in these little small cans. And I just buy the smaller cans just so it's a smaller portion, because I know I don't really need to be drinking a ton of soda, especially if it's like towards the end of the day. Happy birthday, Mommy!
Thank you.
Okay, Mommy's gonna open her present. Open the present and see what's inside.
I can't open the card. Aw.
Do you know what that is?
Oh, that's that thing that you were
the red light.
Use all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the stuff that goes with it?
No?
Don't you put like, aren't you supposed to put a serum on when you use it?
Oh, I thought you had serums. That's that big giant chapstick that I have.
Okay, and I use chapstick all the time. So
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I thought you would use that.
Okay.
Hey y'all. Don't mind, I already got ready for bed and put my zit cream on. But I just wanted to say, I also had one of these buttermilk cruller donuts that we got for my mom's birthday. They didn't come in that Ziploc bag. I think my dad put them in there. But I had one of those earlier and I forgot to show it. And then before bed, I'm going to boil some water to make a green tea. And also, look at this mug. I painted that mug. Isn't it so cute? Those are little blueberries. Anyways, the green tea is decaffeinated, obviously, because it's right before bed. And I don't even really like green tea. I just kind of make myself drink it because I know it's good for your metabolism. So I kind of just let it cool down, and then I just drink it really fast. And then the last thing I'm going to have before I go to bed are these Annie's cheddar bunnies. And Sydney, if you're watching this, yes, you did inspire me to buy that multi-pack. And then on Tuesday, I started my day by spilling my coffee, so that was really great. But then for breakfast, I had one of these egg white and turkey sausage melts. These are really great because they're quick and easy to make, so when I have less time in the morning, I'll usually go for one of these. And they also have 11 grams of protein, so I like that. And then I just had it with some apples and some water since I spilled my coffee. And then a little later on, I had half a cruller because it was my mom's birthday the day before. And obviously you can have a whole donut if you want one. I just thought I'd portion it out a little bit. And then for lunch, I'm making a little breakfast burrito. So I'm gonna cook up 2 turkey sausages and then scramble 1 egg on the stovetop. And then in the toaster oven, I'm putting a hash brown. It's just one of those patties from like Trader Joe's. My dad had made these for the family like the week before, so that's kind of what inspired me to make these. But I like this because the turkey sausage and the scrambled egg have a lot of protein in them, so it's a pretty good source of protein and carbs and stuff. So then I'm gonna go for a carb balanced tortilla. I just prefer these just because they're lower in calorie. And then I'm going to cut my hash brown in half because the whole hash brown doesn't fit in the tortilla. It's a smaller tortilla. You could maybe stack the hash browns on top of each other, but I just didn't. And then I cut up my turkey sausage and kind of sprinkled it over the hash brown. And then on that, I'm gonna put cheese and Frank's hot sauce. Frank's is my favorite hot sauce. It's my go-to, and this is just a cheddar cheese. But it's funny because on the bottle it says I put that on everything, and I literally do that. So anyways, also if you've seen my other video of me trying to wrap a tortilla, I've improved since then. So if you can see, my wrapping skills are a little bit better. It looks more like a burrito this time. But yeah, that's what I had for lunch. Then in the afternoon, I'm just gonna have a body armor. This is the peach mango kind. My friend Jane put me on these for electrolytes. And then I'm just gonna have some Harvest Snaps. These are the Caesar flavor, and I'm kind of obsessed with these for really no reason. And then for dinner, I'm gonna start by cooking up some lean ground beef on the stovetop to make some taco meat. And this is really the extent of what I can make. Like, to me, this is the hardest thing, but my dad taught me everything I know. So and I use just an original taco seasoning, but you can use whatever you want. Like, literally, this isn't a tutorial. I'm just showing you what I do. And you can also make tacos or burritos with this, but I just prefer to eat it out of a bowl, so I just do a taco bowl. And then we also had some refried beans, and we didn't have any tortilla chips, so I'm just gonna have some Doritos with mine, but just a couple. And then on my meat, I put some cheese and some hot sauce, and I use like a Taco Bell hot sauce for this particular meal. But that was my dinner. Then after dinner, I'm just gonna have some Annie's bunny crackers, and this is another one of those mugs that I painted. This one has oranges, but I'm gonna have my green tea in this. Then on Wednesday for breakfast, I'm just gonna have an iced coffee, and then I was still feeling pretty full from dinner from the night before, so just to get something in my system, I'm just gonna have a banana. Then for lunch, I'm just gonna have some cereal, and this is Cheerios, but it's like a protein cinnamon flavored, so it's actually pretty good. They're really crunchy compared to like just plain regular Cheerios, but this is what I go for something quick and easy. And then with it, I'm just gonna have some Fairlife chocolate milk, and then afterwards I had just a handful of carrots. And then I had a doctor's appointment, and I ended up having to get my blood drawn, so I came home and had a Chomps. This is like the beef flavored, just to get something back in my system. Then for dinner, I just had that taco meat leftovers, so I just put it in a bowl, and I didn't have any beans this time, but I just sprinkled some cheese on there, heated that up, and then put that Taco Bell hot sauce back on top, and that was my dinner. Hey guys, I'm about to take my vitamins for the night, so I thought I'd share what vitamins I take. First off, I take iron because I am anemic, and then I also take potassium and magnesium, and magnesium is good to take before bed, helps you sleep better. I take an Allertech, which is like for allergies. I literally have allergies year round. So okay, I take biotin, which is for hair, skin, and nails, every other day. And then I also take vitamin D and B12. My mom like does all the vitamins for me, so I honestly just like kind of take take them. I can only do like 3 at a time depending on their size, which I know that's a lot of vitamins, but it works for me. So you gotta do what works for you. And then I was taking these vitamin C gummies that my mom takes, but I was just taking them for so long that they gross me out now. So I'm not currently taking vitamin C. And then recently we've been having these metabolism gummies. Supports metabolism and lean body mass. And they literally taste like candy. Like, tell me that's not candy. But I already had mine. Then on Thursday, I didn't end up having breakfast this day. Just trying to be real with you guys. I think I just didn't have time this morning, but I do have it most days. Anyways, for lunch, I'm using that same San Francisco style sourdough that I love so much, and I'm just cooking it up on the stovetop this time to make kind of a sourdough, ham, and cheese sandwich. They kind of do something like this at Starbucks. I think that's kind of what I'm trying to mimic. But I do a couple slices of ham and then 1 slice of Swiss and 1 slice of cheddar. And then with this, I just had a couple strawberries, some carrots, and some more of that Fairlife chocolate milk. Then for dinner, I had that grilled chicken breast and broccoli again, but I had some sweet potato fries and a Diet Dr. Pepper. And on the sweet potato fries, I like to put hot sauce and ranch. So that was everything I ate this week. Thank you so much for watching. I know I didn't put Friday in there, but I wasn't able to film that day, but I still think you can get a pretty good idea of the type of meals I go for normally in the week. I feel like this is actually pretty balanced and pretty realistic for me, and honestly all this stuff is really easy to make because I am not a chef. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of video, let me know down below. Bye!